Hello and welcome to another Stellarian Games video. In this episode, we're going to be looking at how to make some of the Sand Demon specials. These are some more of the little Sand Demon creatures that I've made before, but these include some variations and give them some new abilities that they didn't have before. The little Sand Demons that I've made in the past were really meant to be just kind of like a beetle kind of demon structure would run through the sand and then kind of morph and turn into this now controlled lumbering sand creature that could whip out with its sand tentacles and hurt creatures, things like that. But that was, gave them a certain limited capability. These special creatures, I wanted to be able to give them some ranged attacks. So I made some of these sand spitters and a little bit more mobility and also more power over the sand in a little bit different way. And that's where these larger kind of floating sand whirlwind demons came from. This gives them a little bit more of an ability to create kind of sandstorms and more blowing effects, areas of control, rather than just straight melee attack. So the same basic idea around building these demons as these other videos, just giving these a couple new capabilities. So let's go to the table and see how these are done.
Okay, to start this project, we're going to start with the bases for the flying sand demons. We're going to use some washers and some bent wire to form the upright stand, just hot gluing that wire directly to the washers. This will give them some weight to allow them to stand fully upright. For the shape of the flyers, we're going to use this bottle. I like this inward curved arc and just push some tinfoil onto it and then glue a large bead and hot glue some texture onto it to firm up the overall shape. Once the hot glue sets, it'll be kind of a hard plastic. For the spitters, we're going to use just some bunched up tinfoil like before, but this time we're really going to be focusing on that eye stalk and the shape of the kind of open mouth. I just use my finger to shape that mouth shape into the tinfoil, and we'll add the actual spit a little bit later on. We're just gluing that spit onto a wire and getting that ready to add to the overall shape. Just using a hot glue gun to add overall texture and firmness to the body and gluing that spitter on. Now we're just using some white glue and adding sand to the bodies of these sand demons. This is what gives it that sand demon texture. Just coating the whole thing in glue and pouring some sand onto it. Then I'm going to be basing this with a black spray paint. This will be the undercoat color for all of these models. And then using kind of a khaki spray to color the base. And then starting with a dark brown, working your way up to tans and khakis on the rest of the sand demon to kind of add a base layer and then dry brush those lighter colors to get that sand demon look. Adding that to the bases as well so they all match. Then I'm using some glue and wrapping on some polyester stuffing to create kind of a cloud underneath the flyers. I wanted this to be kind of that whirlwind effect that the flyers are floating on this kind of whirlwind above the ground. Then I'll mask the bases so I don't hit it with the spray paint, but using that khaki color to give it kind of a dust color to the flying cloud. Then for the eyes, I'm going to start with kind of just a base undercoat and then using a ochre to kind of give it a yellow eyeball look, and then adding some orange around the pupils to give it kind of that mean demon look. Doing that with the smaller models as well. and then coming along and adding that black eye slit, which gives it that kind of distinctive look. And then over the top of the eye, using a gloss finish to give it a nice, real glossy eyeball. And then lastly, adding the glue, hot glue, to the top of the flyers and just attaching the flying models so that they sit on top of that flying cloud. And that is it for this project. I hope you like this project. It was an interesting one to create a very different array of specimens in the sand demon line. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.